So for my example, I'm going to use the like operator to search for a pattern in a column or to test for a match. We have two symbols that we can use here. One is the %, which is a wildcard, and that represents multiple characters, and the underscore, which represents a single character. We will also be using a combination of the two to search for some results. So to start off, I pulled up the table here, and this is in the Colonial database, and this is the guide table. And as you can see down below, we have 10 results. And for my example, I'd like to find an address somewhere in here that has the letters O and A. So this statement would be select all columns from the guide table where the address has an O and A. So this would be like. So if we run that, we're going to get a few results. We have 3 results here. And if I want to narrow this search down, I'm going to use a compound condition. So in this case, I'm saying the exact same thing as above. I'm using the same statement. And this says, select all columns from the table guide where the address has an O and an A, and the state equals MA. And I'm using this just in the event of if I were to be working in a database that has a large amount of data, usually using the wildcard symbol slows down the search. So it's best to narrow down the search or filter it down. So if I run that, I get just one result here. And this is what I'm looking for. Another statement that we can use to, I guess, find a last name that starts with an A would be select all columns from the table guide where the last name starts with an A. So if you want the last name to start with an A, you will put the letter A and then the % right behind it because it's looking for all other characters right after that. Or if you want the last name that ends with an A, you're going to move the % to the front. This is basically saying all characters and then it'll end with an A. So for my example, for the last name, I'm just going to have it be starting with an A. So for this one, I got just one result. As you can see on our table, Mr. Abrams is the only one who is, well, whose last name starts with an A in our table. The next example I have would be, this is a combination of the % and the underscore. So in this search, we're going to be asking to find for a last name that has an O as the second letter. So here we have select all columns from the guide table where the last name has or is the second character. So as we mentioned before, the underscore represents a single character. So this would be character 1 and this is character 2, the O. So I'm going to run this. And I'm getting 2 results here. And as we can see in these examples, letter O is the second character. The next example I have would be, we're looking for a city that starts with a J and ends with a Y. So we can put here, select all columns from the table guide where the city starts with a J, and then we put the % in the middle, and then ends with a Y. If we run that, we get two results here. And that would be Jaffrey.